I'm going to take things in a little bit different direction and talk more about technology, because all of the things that we just all the things that we just heard about are fantastic, but the real world of your data can be really complicated, and you're not always working in Excel. There's a lot of technology that's potentially involved. And so that's what I'm going to kind of refocus things on a little bit. And so just about me, a few things other than what I'm doing right now. And I was actually kayaking this past weekend, and it was really nerve-wracking, and that helps me like kind of not feel as nervous being in front of all of you right now. But let me first start with the digital analyst's perspective, because a lot of what we're talking about, a lot of what we have talked about applies to all data really, right? And all data visualization. So what's different for us? Well, one thing is that your data oftentimes is not coming from within inside your organization's four walls. There's a tradition of having other companies involved. There's very few kind of digital analytics or web analytics products that people have on premises these days. It's kind of getting to be a smaller and smaller fraction. And then there's often the case that they have to have these sort of self-contained special purpose applications like Google Analytics or Adobe Site Catalyst and others, where it's really kind of, everything happens from collecting the data to crunching the numbers to visualizing to publishing the results. It's all happening in this kind of proprietary black box a lot of times. And that's different than most of the world of data visualization and business intelligence. And then there are sometimes some atypical expectations, like we're all used to our web analytics product having something like path analysis, but when you go and talk to just generalists in the field, and you say what you want to do with path analysis, you're going to get a kind of a quizzical stare back from them. So there are a few ways that digital analytics is different, but there are more ways in which it really is much like how people are worrying about data visualization and analytics for just about anything, whether it's biomedical research or finance. There's more commonality than there is dissimilarity. So I started to use some terms other than data visualization. You were all invited here to hear about data visualization, right? Well, these are all kind of very closely interrelated terms that there's no official, kind of rule keeper to say what they really mean. But for me, business intelligence is the broadest of the ones on the list that I have up here. And analytics is maybe, to me, a kind of a portion of business intelligence where that's the place where you're really, just like the common term in the English language of analyzing something, right? There's actually an effort being made to find meaning, right, in numbers. Data mining, I think, is a little more narrow in its definition for me, where that to me means sort of probably someone who's got specialized skills, who's working really hard. Mining sounds hard, doesn't it? Working really hard to find these nuggets of ideas. And so I wouldn't think that when someone's looking at a really great data-oriented presentation, that shouldn't feel like data mining, right? And then data visualization, I think, is the subset of business intelligence that really goes to some of the ideas that you just heard about, of like, how do we go from numbers to something that your mind can absorb and understand quickly. So the rest of my presentation is actually a little broader than data visualization. You've been tricked. I'm going to talk more about maybe more broadly business intelligence with an element of data visualization in it as well. You're all okay with that? Yeah? Okay.